Stop trying to make sense of it all, and you may find yourself making the dollars. A lot of times I see people, they're so busy trying to make sense, and as they're trying to make sense, trying to work it all out in their head, they miss making all the dollars because they're so focused on the sense. One thing that we do too often is that we try to understand everything, and here's the problem with trying to understand it all. It's all based on our past. Everything's based on our past with what we know and hear. The only way that we can actually function as we move forward is we're always functioning out of what's been in our past. So let me ask you a question. If the relationships you've had haven't been right, if the love that you feel for yourself hasn't been right, if the money that you earn hasn't been what you want, if the impact on the world hasn't been what you wanted, anything hasn't been what you wanted in the past, if you don't want that to be in the future, then here's what you've got to understand. It's got to not make sense. As Einstein said, it's going to take a new level of thinking. You're going to have a new level of thinking if you want to take it to the next level. And that's the one thing we've got to understand, is if it makes sense to you, if it still makes sense, it's unlikely that it's going to solve your problem. It must make nonsense. It must make other than sense. It must be something else. And I wish people would see this so much more, because if it's making sense to you, if it's still making sense, well, then you're still functioning out of your past. And if you're functioning out of your past, you're literally recreating the past over and over again. So look for it to not make sense. Move into places where it doesn't make sense, and you may find it makes dollars. You may find it gives you a rich life in many different areas, because in order for things to change, you got to change. If you want the future to be different from the past, it must not make sense to the past self. Here's one thing that's so interesting. If you have a $50,000 belief and I gave you $1 million, and you end up with $1 million in your bank account, you've had $50,000 belief, what's going to happen? You'll have to let go of the $50,000 person. That person will have to die, or you'll get rid of the million and go back to the 50,000. If you want to upgrade your life, you are going to have to understand this. If you're ready to make the shift, you are going to have to get this. It's not going to make sense, but it will make all the difference. Have an amazing day. Subscribe to get all of the Shift series, and share this with people that you need to know hear this message. Love you so much. Have an amazing day. Talk to you very soon.